Scary lady. Hi. You remember me, don't you?
Alex, do you want your hoodie?
What? The one you're wearing? You can wear it.
If you want it, let me know.
No, I have my thing in my.
Oh.
Yeah.
This guy you know is the great one.
Who, him?
Watch you walk up.
No.
Alright, let's she learned back up because when she knows I'm yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to her specifically, and then we're gonna change something about her. So, in order to get her to understand what she's wanting with her dad, you're gonna want to stand in front of her. What we're gonna do is we're gonna watch her body. We're gonna watch what her body's doing. So we're gonna feel that like the knot in the eye is very special. Or back away. Side. Twist it. Or just twist my shirt. Maybe that way. Is that better? I can hear me now. Okay, so we're going to ask her to back away by very politely first, and the idea is going to be we're going to make the snap move. But first we're going to just try to make just the rope move. And then we're going to watch and see how she gets that message. So clearly she does not have the message, so we're going to go ahead and try to get it on the tip of her nose, which means nothing to you as far as what you're doing. So, okay, now she actually already got it right there. So we're going to go ahead, yep. As soon as she steps back, you're going to quit. So this is all she's trying. She's coming against pressure. There's nothing wrong with that. Just all you're going to do is say the wrong answer should be uncomfortable. So, yep, and stop. Good. So she tells you a lot. She actually shows a lot in her body. But when I knew she actually right away got the message is that this became very defined. She gets a very tight cleft, and she does that. Good girl. Okay. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to watch, and you're going to tell me when the message got at least to where sometimes it ends up hovering, and then people quit. Because I want you to see where if you thought you were spending a lot of time doing this, if it gets here, you don't want to quit because the horse is ready to do it. So you tell me when you see the message get right here. Yep, bring up the energy a little bit. Now, did you see that this muscle right here, it turned on an angle? That muscle is where she finally said, I got it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and ask her again. Gently. Yeah, so stay in front of her. Sorry, I'm in your way. And when does she get the message there? So she's going against it. So that would be uncomfortable. So you want to get a little bit louder and say that, no, you don't come that close to me. That was the wrong, there. Now. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her again. She doesn't struggle with knowing how to back. There you go. Yep, she's already there. Good. Ask her again. There. She totally told you. Did you see that? That was great. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to now teach her something that she doesn't essentially know. I remember I asked you if she lunges, and I know she doesn't. Okay, so why don't we teach her how to lunge? Okay, I don't lunge. I tend to send around a circle, and I'm going to show you. In fact, I'm going to take her from you just so I can show you. I'm going to show you what they do when they are asking questions versus dad. Okay, because she asked me a lot of questions when I was working with her, and she really didn't understand what I was asking for. So with her nose already turned that way, I'm going to talk to her shoulder, and I'm going to tell her shoulder to follow her nose. We did do this the other night, so I'm not thinking it's going to take her that long. I'm okay that she's leaving because I'm going to show her how to do this. And I'm going to tell her hind end to go away so we can talk back to her front end. And she did learn this too because I wanted to stop her from backing up and rearing. So I taught her how to yield her hind end. I taught her a bunch of stuff the other day. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tell her to take a step back and just get her focus. Tell me when she's going to do it. Right, you saw it stall. Yep, good, perfect. Now I'm going to tell her to go that way. First I got to talk to her nose, okay? So her nose already understands. So tell me when you think that her knee on this leg has gotten involved. Yep. advantage. That's awesome. That is such an incredible effort she just made by doing more than what I actually asked for. Okay. It jumped from here to the knee. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now give her a go cue. I'm going to tell her that I want her to. Okay, so I'm going to tell her to do that with her front feet again. First her nose, then her shoulder, then her knee. And I'm going to tell her to go. And I'm going to leave her alone. Yep, you're right. That's a question. She did not in any way disobey me. And I'm looking at her and letting her know, yes, you're right. You have the right idea. I got you. But I need your feet to go forward now. And she learned away that day. Away, away, good. Away, good. Away, good. Away, good. We're just going to leave her alone and let her figure it out. When she follows into kind of a pattern of walking, then we'll know she's done asking questions. Right now she's still asking questions. If you notice her eye and her ear, she keeps asking them. So we're just going to kind of let her figure it out. Yep. But don't make her wrong for when she's asking. That's all a question. She's totally asking a question. She's not actually saying, I don't want to do it. I'm going to say, yep, I would like you to keep going. So I'm going to give the message back to her knee. And then let her go. You're right. Good. Away, 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 away. So I want her to side pass off of me. Away. Away. Good. Okay. Go forward now. You got it. Very good. You're okay. Good. So she just doesn't understand. Away and go. Good. My hand is active only because she's choosing away to stay very close. So when I say my hand is active, away, 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 yep. She's trying very hard. Go forward. Keep going. Away and go forward. Away, good. Away, nope, go forward. Away, away, yep. Away, good girl. Good girl. You're okay. Go ahead, you got this. So she's pretty sure she understands it through here. Okay? So what we need to do is we need to build on that. And say, okay, before you come in, away here, good, and keep going, good. So we got to break her pattern. Her pattern is stopping and asking here. Away, good. And now she'll confidently walk here again. So this is a confident, like her head came down, her body got long. Now she's going to get tight again, coming in here. And then she's going to start thinking about coming sideways towards us because she's not sure if this is what she's supposed to be doing right here. So we have to convince her that how she feels here, she's supposed to feel there. So here's where she starts to get worried, and here's where she starts to ask, and here's where she thinks to stop. So we're going to just tell her, keep going. Good. Oh, and I was saying that my hand is active. I'm holding the rope up because I want to help her. This would be considered active. I'm communicating, which I don't want to be doing, so I'm trying to help her right now. Here. You got this. You got this. Good. So now, how I can help her through that is when she normally asks a question, which is like right about here, I'm going to ahead of time say, you don't need to ask that question. I'm going to tell her here ahead of time, you don't need to ask that question. So that's how I can help her get comfortable in that area. So ahead of time, I'm going to say you don't need to ask. Ahead of time, I'm going to say you don't need to ask. And say you don't need to ask. The best, you tell me where you think the best place for you to tell her she's done and she can stop. Where would be the best place to do that for her? Yes, right. Where she's most confident in what she's doing. So probably right about here. So I'm going to bump her nose, talk to her tail, move her hind end away, tell her what a great job. And then I'm going to have you. So it is 100% about patience and accepting that your horse is not at all trying to be bad. I know it's a slow go and it's kind of a bummer, and you're more likely to want to pick up the energy. But you add speed to something they don't understand, you ruin your. Go ahead and ask her to take a step back, and then ask her, yep, good, now stop. Now, focus on that shoulder and tell her nose. Don't point that way, point like to that telephone pole. Yep. Tell her nose and then ask her shoulder to follow. Give her some kind of go cue. You have to tell her what to do with her feet also. Because if we don't want them to move their feet, it's not fair for us to get mad at them for moving their feet if we don't ever give them a clear idea of the difference. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell her away, and you're going to try to tap her kind of between, like right in front of this dot. And you're just going to tell her away, and you're just going to, like rhythmically, you're not going to get louder, you're not going to get harder, you're not going to get aggressive towards her. The only way that I would want you to add any like intensity to the pressure is if she's coming at you in a fast way or a dangerous way. Then you're going to make it really uncomfortable. But if you're just trying to convince her that she's supposed to listen to this being different, you're just going to be kind of annoying. Okay. Remember, you want to tell her to leave. You got to tell her some kind of go. Tell her away, away, and then she should go sideways away from you. Good girl. And if she does it, since you're new to it, you need to let her know by stopping that it means go away. Away. Good. Now stop for the energy. Good. Yep. And now tell her again. She's just asking. She's like, but wait a minute. It usually looks like this. I thought I'm supposed to do this. She's just, yep. Yep. Good. Now leave her alone. Leave her alone. Oh, see how you accidentally pulled her? Okay. So, did she ever hit her head at any point? She's got a crooked head. Good. Now leave her. So what you want to do is you want to have that timed out so perfectly that when she does make that, okay, I'm coming. Oh wait, you want me to? As soon as she did that, that's when you want to say yes, and that's when you want to go as quiet as you can so she can get the answer. Because if you're still telling her away when she's finally taken that step forward away from you, then she's gonna think she didn't get the right answer. She's gonna look for something else, or she's gonna go back to doing what she thought the right answer was. Good girl. Forget to tell her to do something with her feet. You have to have the communication. Yep, good. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. And then allow her to go around you, because what's happening is you're doing a lot of backing up, which is just helping her make that circle. Allow her to do it. When she gets to me, tell her, yep, say yep, good. When she gets to me, give her a little bump to the nose and then look at her tail and see if she'll yield her tail away. Excellent. Girl. So that's how you're going to start your lunging. And you can build on that. And then you can turn it into a trot cue, into a canter cue. But for right now, you want to be, and now if you were to go the other way, she'll be just as confused as she just was when we first started. And the reason for that is horses learn everything on this side of their body. This is this horse. This horse is this spot here, blah, blah, blah. That's a different horse. They don't learn the same way. You know, we think it just transfers. It doesn't. You have to start off all over again. So I'm going to even let you do that as an example. See if you can make her do a circle going the other way. She's not going to know it. And she's scared. I mean, it's kind of cool. People don't know that horses don't, the information doesn't transfer to the other side of the horse. So that would be something we have to teach her. Before we're done, I'll teach her the other way so you have both directions, because you don't want to unevenly balance. Because if you're going to start using it as a lunging to get her fit in any way, I mean, she seems pretty fit, but you don't want her to build muscle only to one side. You can go rest if you want. We're gonna play with somebody else. Okay, I'll play with this girl here, Roxy, is that her name?
My turn. Katie.
Hi.
Katie, you're not part of the thing. Yeah.
So what's her story? What is she? Oh, you don't know? You're just playing with her today? Okay. Okay. Well then, let's teach her. Yummy. Is that delicious or what? That's a shit buffet. So does she lunge? Does she do, okay, okay. You can tell her what direction to go to and she knows what direction to go. You tell her? So if I asked you to figure eight her around both those cones, you'd be able to tell her to back up, to go one way, come back to you to change directions? She's like, that's a lot. Good. Now can you do it all from standing? Yep, yep. Or she'll back up when you tell her to. You can try that, but you have to be able to get her to back up away from you once you reach that X. So don't you pass this X. So you have to stay here. Yeah. Okay, so that's one example of the value of being able to tell them to back up from a wiggle on the rope. Now you would have been able to tell her to keep going. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and show that to her, and then we're going to watch where that message gets to, so we know when she's actually understood it. So the first thing is we want a lot of slack in the line, and then we want to make the energy run down the line. We're going to start off at a very low volume, where she'll have no clue what you're asking for. Now I use like a go cue only for forward, never for backup, because it confuses them. So that way, if you're clucking for backup and she goes forward, in my opinion, she's not making a mistake. So give yourself some rope so that way you can create action. And then give her a tap in the chest a little bit, as if you were like flipping a towel with the, you're trying to play a little game with somebody and you flip the towel. Yep. Messages into one foot. Oh, she almost got it. There you go. Yep. 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 Just don't quit. Good. Now stop. Now stop. 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 Good. You're alright, sweetheart. My friend. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and ask her to take another step back. Good girl. That's alright. As the lead horse, you ever notice the boss horse in the field? Every horse knows what that boss horse is doing. It does not matter how engaged they are in their grass. They know where that boss horse is. So that is where you should never ever have to say, pay attention to me. There. Good. Again. So you don't have to get her attention. If you're truly her leader, you telling her to back up, she'll do it looking someplace else, but she'll do what you ask. Go ahead and give her a little tap in the chest. So now what happens here is, can I just borrow her for a second? What happens here is, when you went to change to do that, this stopped. And the problem with that is that you stop telling her what you were trying to tell her. So I'm going to tell her, and I'm going to give her a look like I'm trying to burn a hole in her chest there. And I'm going to tell her, I need you to back up. And then I'm going to go quiet, like, you know, no harm, no foul. And I'm going to tell her again. Let her know that that's all I was looking for. So the shuffling step is evasion. I don't want her to do that, so I need her to go straight back. So I'm going to steer her tail so it's in the center of those cones. And then I'm going to ask her to back up. I'm going to steer her tail again. Let her know that I need her straight. Tell her to back up another step. And I'm going to let her off the hook. Okay. So now, okay. How do you not put that foot forward? Back. You're on it. Great. So her muscles that she tells us when she's thinking about the right thing, and this muscle flexes for that foot. So if you watch, the outside of this muscle is going to flex when we move that foot. I'm going to assume, based on that, that it works the opposite on her other side. So let's see what this muscle does when we want this leg to move. Starting to flex. Good. You got it. You did. Okay. So I'm going to do one more. You tell me which foot's going to move. So that wasn't as obvious. Now she has an indent here now, which means she's willing to finish that foot. So go ahead and let her finish that foot. Okay, so now I'm going to have you do it. Now, she doesn't require you to get mad. They require support, and that was only just to clarify what you're asking for. So it's a real wiggle on her. You're going to look at her chest, like you're going to burn a hole in her chest. And then, see, she's thinking about moving that left foot. Now you stopped wiggling, and then turned it into the slap. So it became two different things. Yep. There. Now, good girl. And that she asked you a question. Okay? So now go ahead and ask her for one more. Yep. Now she's ready to finish it if you want the foot to fall. Fell out of it, but she'll still do it. Good. Okay. So, do you think you could ask her from standing on the X, leaving her there, and now I'm going to warn you, as you back up over here, she's going to come with you. So now you have a way to tell her, but don't come with me. So if I had hold of her, and I was to back away from her, what I would do is I would put a little energy in that line as I back away, because backing away says come with me. She didn't do anything wrong. She did exactly what she thinks she's supposed to do. So, but you keep backing up. You keep going. She's doing exactly what you're asking her to do. You just don't realize that you're asking her to do that. So I'm going to explain that to her real quick, and then I'm going to have you do it. Right? Tell her tail all the way around. Turn the tail all the way around again. Then I'm going to tell her, you stay there. You stay there. You stay there. No. And you say yes, and of course you can still come now. And tell her that's far enough. Then I'm going to ask her to go back to where she was. Right. Now she doesn't know what to do with herself right now. She's like, I'm not really sure. Should I stay here? Should I not stay here? What are my friends doing? So she's a little unconfident in the way she's standing there right now. She's asking me now and thinking about coming to me because she just doesn't know. So I'm going to let her off the hook and tell her, of course you can come. Then I'm going to tell her that's far enough. So I'm going to say, can you back up another step? Because I want to tell you something else. How about one more? Good. So now I'm going to tell her to head that way towards that well. So I first have to point at the well. So I would like you to turn your head that way. I'm showing her my energy. Now she's chosen to block the energy and has gotten herself nervous about it. So I'm going to tell her that I need your nose to turn that way. So right now she's responding. You're right. So I'm going to tell her again. And now I'm going to tell her feet to do something. You're right. Go ahead and do it. You're right. She's cool. She thinks a lot. Okay, so in order to be able to tell her, I want her to go that way. First, then her shoulder. Her neck needs to move a little more. Now her shoulder. Now her feet. About back up. Okay. Right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Now I'm going to ask her to come to me. I'm going to redirect all that. Tell her nose to go that way. And then follow it. So you're right. You're right. Yep. You're right. So that's all questions, all those hesitations. I'm going to tell her where to take her nose. And I'm going to tell her to follow it. I'm going to tell you where to put her nose. Follow your nose that way. You're right. You're right. Good. And I'm going to invite her to me to let her off the hook. Tell her that's far enough. Okay. So now what we need to do is to see if you can ask her to back. You can even get her set up to where you only have to back up like 2 steps. But then once you've gotten her back up to 2 steps, you need to tell her nose, turn that way, her neck, turn that way, and her shoulder, then her feet. You can like walk her in there and then back her up a step if you want from in there. Good. Tell her that's far enough. Good. Ask her to back up a step. Yep. Good. Good. Take a direction. You want to point like you're asking her to look over her shoulder. There you go. Yep. Tell her nose first, neck, shoulder. Tell her to move her feet. Yep. Follow your nose. Good. Yep. Now what happened was the energy got on her tail and she got worried. That's why her feet got clipped. because the rope was still doing something. So we have to be real careful when we give them energy to explain to them like a movement that we're also not giving them a driving energy. Because she was fine just going, so we just want to let her go. Then when that rope got kind of back in this area, she was like, right? Very sensitive horse. Okay. Let's see if we can come back over here and continue her through there. So you're just going to kind of try to leave her there, and you're going to come over here, and you're going to try to see if you can ask her to keep going around that cone. Good. And then try to come back in the middle here and ask her nose to come to you. So you don't have to drive her. So that's probably like a misunderstanding with her, is she doesn't need to be driven. Yep. Good. Okay, now, can you do that from standing right here? Okay.
Nobody's here yet, though.
Well, I didn't work with him yet. I have one of the horse still in here to work.
Nobody's here for the 2 o'clock yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah, there's one down there.
Oh, they're down there.
Okay. Yep. In order to be fair, you need to clear the cones. Because otherwise you're going to tell her to step on the cones. Stay on the X. Yep, it's hovering over her chest there. Good. Good. Now, you take a pause for a second before you tell her to do anything else, because the backup was something specific. Now, tell her nose to go like back to that well. Nope. You see how you're... Okay, wait. I just want to show you something. Put your hand the way it was. Yeah. Because if you saw, your hand was telling her to come here. So, that was my fault. I actually pulled on it. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. I'll keep drawing the X for you back here. There you go. Yep. Take a step at her chest and ask her to follow through with that. Okay. Good. Now, if you come back to the X and then tell her nose to turn towards that well. Yep. Now allow her to take that line from your hand, so that way you don't bump her and cause her to not be able to do what you just asked her to do. Yep. And just all you have to do is open your hand and she can take it from you. And if you bump it, trying to give it to her, you'll actually cause her to back up. So we gotta get her nose to understand. Yep. Okay. When you just tugged on her, you tugged on her towards me. So if she had come to me, it would have been acceptable because that's what you told her to do. Well, what are you thinking about right now? Honestly. Who's watching me, that kind of thing. So what you want to be thinking is you want to project your energy at her nose. You want to be thinking your nose that way. Once she believes that you're feeling, like she has to feel that from you. If she doesn't feel it from you, she just sees you standing there smiling at her, which is fine, but she's not getting any messages. So imagine what it would look like if she turned her nose. And just be careful, as you tug her, you're tugging her more this way. And I'm going to tell you something about horses is that they don't hear you as well when you're right up on them. So that's why I try to get something so you're further away. And I say here, it's really, they can't feel you as well when you're right up under them. Oh, good girl. Good. She actually has a pretty decent backup. So if you give her like a 2-second, I'm allowing you to process this, but I know how well you can back up, then you're going to say, I'd like you to back up, and now I'm going to tell you to back up, and you're going to give her a little gentle, but, insistent flick in the chest to say, excuse me, I really was saying back up. So I don't see anything wrong with them coming forward when they're clucked at, just because I think of that as always a forward. So for me, I think she did what you told her to. Okay. So try to give yourself an X, and then watch how your X turns into right up on top of her again. Okay. I'm gonna play with this guy. Hey. What is he all about? Nope. Just what do you do with him? Alright. Okay. Okay. Way better. Busy, but not in a bad way. He's just like, I just want to touch stuff. Busy. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Do you think you could explain to him or you want him to put his nose on that dot right there? Without bringing him right to it, but actually telling him to go there. Flowers. Okay, so we'll use just because I don't want him to eat the flower boxes. Can you get him from standing right here to put his nose on the base of this cone? I'm going to show